We have traveled all over East Africa, finding hardworking farmers who are making a good life on their shambas.
We want to learn from them, turn their farms into good businesses,
and help them increase their profits.
Join us and see how our farmers benefit from the experts' advice.
And share their experiences as we shape up their shambas.
Karibu
to the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
Today we're in Kwale County near Mombasa.
Mombasa Port is famous for the goods that come in and out of the town.
So you could say a shamba is like a small port. Goods arrive and goods leave.
That's right. And you have to keep track of the goods that come in and out of your shamba. Otherwise, you lose money.
And that is why on this shamba, we'll be talking about bookkeeping.
Let's go meet our farmers and see how their export and import business is doing. Mr. Mwinyi Amiri, how are you?
What do you have here?
I'm just tending to weeding my seedlings, my coconut seedlings. This is the work I do. Farming is the business I do. This is what is educating my children. If I get expert advice on how to manage it well, get my children good diet, I will be okay.
Do you have any animals?
Local chickens for marketing purposes, but I wish to expand it.
Well, Shamba Shape Up is here and we've come with experts. And right now we are going to pitch our tent, get to work, and make sure that you are shaped up. It's time to pitch the tent and get ready for work. So, Mwinyi Amiri's shamba is doing good, but he still needs some help.
And we have lots of new ideas we'd like to introduce to them.
We have an expert from FAO who's going to show that making more money from your shamba isn't just about raising yield or increasing quality. It's about knowing where the money comes from.
And we are going to shape up Maua's chicken business with an expert from Kenchik.
But first, we want to introduce him to healthy, nutritious foods for his family.
And we'd also like to help him with his seedling at the same time.
And we have some exciting new seedlings we'd like to introduce him to. And also help shape up his mango production.
Okay, let's go to work. Mwinyi grows coconut seedlings for sale, but Agnes from Ikraf thinks another type of seedling could bring him more money.
We have other trees that are indigenous trees. These trees have lots of benefits. One is called the baobab. Baobab is a tree with many benefits. Because it feeds us, it gives us food, can also be a source of income. Its fruits, the baobab fruits, has a mineral. It has lots of vitamins. Its level of vitamin C is very high. As you know, vitamin C is good because it improves the body immunity against flu and colds, and it is good for children. Comparing with this other fruit I have, and which is an orange, baobab fruit has a lot of nutrients, 6 times higher vitamin C than that of an orange.
Every day, a person needs 75 milligrams of vitamin C. An easy way to get this is to take 2 teaspoons of baobab powder.
This baobab powder can be added to other foods like porridge, water, and its juices can be added to other fruits that you have prepared. Talking about nutrients, it has a variety, like calcium. It has twice the level of calcium as milk, making it good for mothers and children. Its leaves are a good source of better quality protein and iron.
Protein helps your body to grow and repair itself, and iron helps your body to have a strong blood supply.
Baobab seedlings can bring in a lot of money, especially if you graft in your nursery. That way you shorten their maturity period before fruiting.
So what advice would you give the baobab tree growers,
You can extract other high-value products for export, even to America, Europe, and Germany. For example, you can make jam. You can also make sweets. And from this, women can make good, easy money.
Baobab powder has a great market here and overseas as a health supplement and to add to snacks.
Even my basket has come from baobab trees. From baobab, we can get good fiber threads, and this good basket is from baobab. So I would encourage you to preserve these trees in your farms and also the ones in the wild, so that our children can benefit from them. Here, I have a lady who can also tell us what business she's doing with baobab products. I had a big market for these products that spread all over the world. Huge parcels are transported every day to the market and to other people elsewhere. We used to buy a packet for 20 shillings, but now sell at 60. Yes, the price has gone up and I'm happy with my business. I have paid school fees for my children, clothed them, fed them. Thanks to God. So I respect baobab.
I have a child who has flu and has not been to school.
This baobab powder, if you use it with clean water, that is 1. 2. Stir well. Don't take once. A cup every day will keep you healthy.
Can I give her now?
Drink, girl.
What if it's not in season? What do I do?
This baobab fruit, you can keep this for a year. Once dry, keep it. You shouldn't crush it. Just keep in a dry place, cold and clean. When you want to use it, just crush it and make your porridge. So there is no time you will not have it.
To make any porridge extra healthy, just add baobab juice. To make baobab juice, soak the seeds in clean water until the powder dissolves. Then, sieve the juice into cooked porridge, stir well, and enjoy. Remember, do not cook the juice because the heat will kill the vitamins in the juice.
So sweet. That is why I'm taking it so fast.
Very sweet.
Very nice. I'm going to take this to Tony. He'll really like it. I know that.
Agnes, I've really enjoyed this porridge. By adding the baobab powder is one way to improve my children's diet. I will try to ensure that they have this as they go to school.
Tony,
Hey,
here's some porridge.
wow.
Taste. How is it?
Wow. Lemony taste.
One of these trees, guess which one it is?
This should be citrus,
Nope.
palm tree,
Nope.
coconut tree.
Nope.
Come on. Which other tree grows here?
Baobab.
Baobab tree.
Baobab. Yes. And very nutritious. Okay.
Yummy. Let's
See
go
you
to work.
later.
Thank you, Naomi. With all the energy from that drink, I am ready to take on the mangoes with Goodwin from TechnoSouth. The mango trees are surrounded by farm waste. We need to clean these up. And who better than the Shamba Shape Up crew? It's not a good idea to have lots of dead plants and leaves under fruit trees. And the crew soon has a place nice and clean. As you can see, we've done the best we can. The place looks different, looks clean.
Why is cleanliness important?
Much of the damage in the mangoes is brought about by diseases and pests, and they hide in the litters that are in the farm. And mostly, insects that attack the fruits, their early lives start hidden in the soil and the rubbish, and later they get to them and damages them.
Now the cleaning has been done. What's the next step?
After cleaning the place, the next thing is to start eradicating the insects from the farm, and there are many ways to eradicate the destructive insects. You can spray insecticides when appropriate, and you can also use traps that can trap these destructive insects. Especially mangoes for export is the mango seed weevils. They just wait for the fruit to flower and burrow into the seeds and wait in there until the mangoes mature. Another destructive insect that will even stop you from exporting your mangoes if they attack is the mango fly or fruit fly. Just look at a mango attacked by these insects and tell me if you can sell this. And these are the mangoes we are intending to sell. So what the farmer needs to do is to get rid of these insects using a trap.
ADD traps are good to stop fruit flies.
This trap works like this. In here, there is a pesticide. We hang it in there, and inside, we have insecticide that attracts these insects by smell. Inside the container, we have a powdery insecticide. You hang it on the mango tree, and what will happen is that all the insects will come in here as they like the smell. And since they like the smell, they will powder themselves. And when they leave, all other flies that come into contact with them will get the powder. And when they get into contact, they will kill them slowly. And all a farmer has to do is to take this container and close it this way. And then hang it on your tree. That's it.
Refill the bait in the trap every 6 weeks. Work with your neighbors to stop fruit flies. If you all have traps, you can kill all the fruit flies in your area.
As there are those that hide in there near the trunk at the base, and when the mangoes start flowering, they will climb up the tree to reach the flowers.
To stop the mango seed weevil or climbing the tree, mix Confida with builder's lime. Paint the trunk of the tree from the base up to 1 meter, covering the trunk well.
Let me ask you, how do you usually harvest your mangoes?
We just get poles and pull them down. They just drop down there.
There's a way a farmer can harvest their mangoes. A farmer must realize that he can do his work well and get good fruits. But that last phase at harvesting, if he is not careful, he can lose good fruits and suffer losses, as buyers will want the best appealing fruits to reach them when they are attractive. So if you drop them on the ground, many will break and cannot be sold. Have you seen something like this? I want to see you harvest your mangoes while still up there, bringing it down as it is. Farmers should ensure this stalk of 0.5 centimeter is left holding on to the mango. The scar left by this, if you sell your mangoes after a few days, will start going bad from that spot.
Harvest and transport your mangoes in the morning. Harvest mangoes carefully, remembering to keep 1 centimeter of stem attached to the fruit. Place the fruits on mats to dry for 10 minutes. Don't pack the fruits until the stems are completely dry. Pack the fruits into crates without damaging them.
Put them in a crate under a shade. There is a huge demand for mangoes in Kenya and even the whole world, especially ngoe or apple. 1 mango tree can give you 2,000 mangoes, and if a farmer sells just 1 mango for 10 shillings and you have like 10 mango trees, a farmer can meet his needs in life, and you can be sure you can rely only on mango farming.
There you are, Naomi. How is it going?
It's going very well. Well, Maua has learned the importance of healthy cooking.
Yummy.
Yes.
And I've worked with an expert, with Mwinyi to help in the delicious mango production.
And before we go for a break, now let's see what Mwinyi has to say. After all,
Shamba is the expert.
To my fellow farmers, I would like to advise you to learn from my mistakes. In my farm, I have vegetables called duthi, and these vegetables are sprayed, and at one time, I borrowed a knapsack to spray, and I saw that the owner had some leftovers in the kit. I thought I was lucky, so I came to spray my vegetables. Little did I know that what he had was a herbicide to clear weeds. When I sprayed, all my crops died. So my fellow farmers, don't repeat my mistake. If you see leftover chemicals in a knapsack and you're not sure, just get rid of it and use yours that you're sure of.
that sounds great.
Coming up after the break. Welcome back
To Shamba Shepherd.
Shamba shepa.
Maua has a house that we can use for chickens. First, it needs some work. Karis now is an expert in building chicken houses, and he quickly makes the old house into a good chicken house. It has 4 feet walls with 3 feet wire mesh at the top and curtains to close at night. The inside of the house is cleaned up and a footbath put at the door. Then Karis builds a brooder for Maua's new chicks, following Kenchik's advice. Maua, what are you doing?
Was just preparing these palm leaves ready for transportation.
Aha. Now I have something special I'd like to show you.
I will be glad to see.
Come with me. Oh, here we are.
Oh my God, thank you.
Kenbro are just like local breeds. We call them improved local breeds. And these chickens have lots of benefit for farmers.
So when you say they're improved, so what do you mean?
They are just like local breeds. It tastes like local breeds. Even management is like kienyeji birds. They can free range, and at some point you leave them to find their own food. Also, has 2 benefits. First is that they fetch more than local breeds. While a local one will be sold at 300 or 400 shillings, this one, if you look after it well, will be 800 at the lowest. And there are layers as well. Among them here, some will be laying eggs.
Kenbro are easy to feed and don't need expensive feeds to grow well.
Start them off as improved breeds for about 1 month. So feed them starter mash for 3 weeks. Give the chicks starter mash for the first 3 weeks. For the first week, mix glucose and liquid paraffin with the chicks' water or use chick start every time you refill their drinkers. You will need 1 chick drinker for 100 chicks. Introduce adult drinkers on day 3 and replace all chick drinkers with adult drinkers by day 14. You need 1 adult drinker for 60 to 100 birds. From 3 weeks, you can let them free range with a minimum supplementary feed with growers' mash. Supplementary feed should be given in clean feeders, which are kept under a cover away from heat and rain. Clean drinking water must be available at all times. You need 1 chick tray for 100 chicks. Introduce feeders after 1 day and replace all chick trays by day 7. You need 1 feeder for about 50 birds. Take the chicks out of the brooder after 14 days if warm and 21 days if cold outside. Between 14 and 21 days, you can release them slowly to feed on anything available with minimum supplementary feed.
Can I mix them up with my other chickens? I have other small chicks of the same size.
Don't mix them. Immunity, or let's say protection. Those chicks have better protection that even if a disease comes, it may not wipe them out. Their immunity is improved, though it is not fully like the grade ones, but you cannot compare them with the local chickens. Their protection is better than those other ones.
So, we wait how many months?
Let them get to month 2. That will be like 8 weeks. Then you can start.
So, for example, this first month and
the first month, then the second, then you can start mixing them.
Your last word.
What I can tell the farmer, I have seen the farmer has the will and desire to turn the farming into a good business. There is a good market. And you also tell farmers, if someone comes to your farm, don't let them into your chicken house. They may be coming from another farm where there is Newcastle outbreak or Gumboro. They can buy from you, maybe about 5 chicks, but there is a possibility they can leave bacteria behind, something that will affect all your flocks and you lose all of them.
No, doctor, where do I get you in case of a problem?
Getting us is very easy. We are the only company with vets everywhere from Malindi, Taita, up to even here in Kwale.
As Maua and Naomi get their lesson in Kenbro's I have an expert who has come to look at how Mwinyi manages his farming business. She has got some good advice for us, I think.
Wow. Very, very impressive. Shamba, what do you think, Elizabeth?
This farm is good, and I've seen his work is also good. But it's good to know, from all this work, is there profit or loss? Bwana Amiri, let's focus on the seedlings. I have seen you have a variety. How does it help your business? I just want to ask you if you're keeping records of your seedling business. What kind of records?
I write in a book. In fact, I have the book here with me. I put the date when I got the seedlings. Total seedlings, I put 5519. Total seedlings, I put 5,519.
That is good. I would encourage you to have a whole page just like this here. For example, where you have written. So where did you get the seedlings? Did you buy? If you bought, at how much? If you transported them, how much was transport? And that goes in expense. If there are people you hired, you should have a page for labor. Know how many people they were and how much did it cost you. You list them all from the first month to date. Then you can total up and say labor on the seedlings was this much. Seedling this much, and you total it up. You list them all from the first month to date. You take your book and make 5 columns. Date, the first column, and details. Details will be what you did, e.g., buying seeds, palms or cowpeas, etc., depending on the project. In the third column, money in, and in the fourth column, money out. Since these are purchases, it's money out, and money out are expenses. You understand?
I understand.
So we put it here and correspond with the date. Then we go to the second line. So on this side, we find that someone came in and bought. We say they have bought 10 seedlings. You sell at how much?
One for 60.
60. So 60 times 10 is 600. So you will write that money here as money in. So you put it where we said for sales. So 600 is money in, correct? Now this last one we say is the balance. What is left? Since there is expenditure and income, and after a time, say after the end of the page, we must total. And it will show you the money you are supposed to be left with. All the time, the figures must agree.
Are these books with drawings like this available in shops?
They are ledgers. If you ask them that you want a ledger for cash flow, how money comes in and goes out, they will sell you. And always when you buy something, keep the receipts. And if there is something wrong, you write at the back.
Most of the time when we go shopping, we keep the receipts for security. If you meet policemen, you can produce. But once you get home, we tear them and throw them away.
It's good to keep records. At the end of the year, you put together all the expenses and you compare with the income, and then determine if you have a profit or a loss in that year. Also, if you keep records, you can compare since you have many projects. You have cowpeas, mangoes, and coconuts. It will help you identify where you put in a lot more effort and what do we drop or change as it is only draining profits from other projects. Also, when you go to a bank to ask for a loan, it is easy when you have records well kept. They will give you, since they can see you are already making profits and your activities are well organized, enabling you to make your farm profitable.
Mwinyi has never had his soil tested, So, how does he know all his fruit trees have the right nutrients to give him the big harvest he needs? We send his soil to be tested. The report says that his farm needs more organic matter, phosphorus and potassium. Low phosphorus is bad for fruits. It means they'll be stunted, grow slower, and the fruits will be smaller. And if his trees don't get enough potassium, they can get many pests and diseases and the leaves will dry. He needs to top dress with muriate of potash to fix this problem. For the organic matter, he needs to dig farmyard manure and compost into the soil around the trees. If Mwinyi looks after his soil, he can expect bigger, better harvests from his trees every season. Shamba Shape Up is also online. Visit us at shambashapeup.com. Select the episode and click play. You can also visit Shamba Shape Up's Facebook page, where you can enter great competitions and also get involved in great discussions. Shamba Shape Up is also on Twitter at Shamba Shape Up.